In this video, we're going to talk about what it takes to be a service-minded employee, a front-stage service employee. We're going to talk now about front-stage interactions, interactions with customers and clients. For service, we need to know what the customer needs, how he or she needs it, when he or she needs it. The role of the front-stage worker is critical to this. Service is about creating moments that add up to a full service experience. Remember Disneyland. The service experience is a series of moments experienced in the park and outside the park. It is about customer contact with individual frontline employees and about how their actions are coordinated by the firm. The point is, there are three basic elements here: the customer, the employee, and the service firm. There's the customer, who has a need or a desire. I want my coffee. I want an Americano. I want it extra hot. I want it extra strong. And I'm in a hurry. Then there's the employee, the front stage or frontline employee, the customer's main point of contact with service. These folks are responsible for interacting with the customers, for figuring out what they want, when they want it, and how they want it. How strong is extra strong? I'll get it to you in 30 seconds. The firm has set up the whole interaction. They've put the employee there. They've provided the tools and the resources needed. They've set the menu. They've scripted the interaction. They've added the comfy chairs and the mood music. Obviously, service customers provide information and input to service processes. If you go to the doctor, you have to tell them where it hurts. You have to submit to a physical examination and to treatment. You may have to open your mouth and say, ah. The point is, the customer plays a critical role, an active role in service, always. That's one of the key differences between service activities and non-service activities. If you take a plane, you have to get yourself to the airport, get through security, get to the gate, get onto the plane, stow your baggage. You're doing a lot. For their part, the front stage folks have to get the information from you. The ticket agent at the airline counter needs to know where you're going. The barista needs to know what drink you want. They have to ask questions, understand the answers, help you do what is needed. You check in at the airline counter, and the agent directs you to the right security line, enabling your action, your part in getting yourself to the plane. Front stage employees are often working from very narrowly defined sets of tasks and jobs. The barista at the coffee house probably can't make you any drink in the world, but can probably make you many different coffee drinks. But if something goes wrong, if the details of the order were not taken correctly, or the coffee shop is out of soy milk, there should be flexibility. The front stage folks should be empowered to fix problems, to make things right, to be able to go the extra mile in certain circumstances. Employees who are empowered to satisfy customer needs are employees who can satisfy customer needs. It may not be written in the rule book, but it might make sense to give the customer a ticket for a free drink next time if the order can't be made right this time. Now, co-production is a key concept. It means the service is not the sole responsibility of the provider or of the frontline employee. It is really a shared responsibility of both customer and provider. The provider and customer co-produce the service. The hallmark of service is that customers must play an active role in delivery. Whether providing input or information or taking action, all those steps you take to get yourself to the airport and onto the plane are co-production actions. Self-service, like when you check in at the airport using the automated kiosk, it's pretty clear that you're part of the service process. When you pump your own gas, you're a critical part of service delivery. Each time a customer comes in contact with a service, with the front line of that service, that's a moment of truth. We can focus on improving the customer side, the front line interaction, or we can focus on improving the back end, the backstage processes. In fact, most of the thinking in service is about improving or enabling the front or the back. But it really isn't an either or. I want to be treated well and be understood and have the operations work. I see the service not as a specific interaction, but as a series of interactions and outcomes. Flying from San Diego to Fresno is a series of interactions with the airline, perhaps starting with searching for tickets online, booking tickets, getting to the airport, checking in, getting on the flight, flying, getting off, leaving the airport, and finally arriving at the destination. Where is the service encounter in that? It is all of these steps and more. All of these interactions, all of these moments of truth create in the customer's mind the overall service experience. We have to think about more than just the front stage interactions and the backstage interactions. We have to think about the customer experience flow, how to meet both utilitarian and psychological needs in a series or chain of interactions. We have to think about this in the context of human dynamics, taking account of behavioral science, consumer behavior, and cognitive science to help create an excellent customer experience. We have to think about organizational behavior flow, focusing on the customer's utilitarian and psychological needs by enabling a series or chain of interactive and positive encounters with the organization or with the firm overall, not just with the individual frontline folks. We have to think about this in the context of human and organizational dynamics, taking account of behavioral science, cognitive science, individual and group dynamics, organizational dynamics, operations management, and workforce optimization. We have to think about the physical flow, what is happening physically in the service environment. The efficient and effective physical flow should provide employees and customers with the right tools, the right servicescape, and other necessary resources to facilitate the encounters meeting both utilitarian and psychological needs of customers. We also have to think about information flow, capturing the right information in a timely manner, and supporting operational and managerial needs in an intelligent way across the full service lifecycle. Optimal information flow should enable the right data, information, and knowledge for employees and customers when they need it. In 1994, Jim Heskett and others wrote a very influential paper called The Service Profit Chain, in which they established the link between firm performance and employee satisfaction. Lots of research since then has suggested that this is indeed true. The basic idea is this. The metrics of performance at a high level are profitability and revenue growth. All companies want to get bigger and make more money. Now, it turns out that the key to profitability and growth is having loyal customers. Not just satisfied customers, but loyal customers. Ones who seek you out, who might pay a little extra because you're so good. Ones who would give you a great review on Yelp or wherever. Ones who will tell their friends. How do you get such loyal customers? Well, they need to start out as satisfied customers. What is customer satisfaction? It's that feeling you're getting a good value, one that meets your needs. You get a good value when the employees are productive. And they're productive when they stay in their jobs, when they get better at their jobs. For employees to stay, they need to be satisfied, happy. For employees to be satisfied and happy, they need to like their jobs, their work environments, feel like they're doing the right things for themselves and their customers. Simply put, for customers to be happy, employees have to be happy. In summary, there are three critical parts to the service triangle: the customer, the employee, and the firm. The frontline employee is particularly key, as that's where the interaction with the customer happens. Interaction is key because service requires information and input and action on the parts of both customers and employees. In the end, the service profit chain tells us that customer loyalty, the key to profitability and growth, depends on making employees effective, empowered, and ultimately satisfied.